listening to Reality Wrap. I'm your host, Melanie. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Hello, guys. The circus is back in town. Sideshow Sean is back.
Hey, everyone. How are we doing today?
Not only is the circus back in town, but the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is back.
The
Yay!
girls are back. Yes.
Today we are going to be recapping last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14.
Wow.
Episode
We were so young
1.
when it all started.
I know, right? I've wasted so much of my life watching these shows.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, right? Last night's episode was awesome. I am so here for an unhinged Dorit.
When she was lighting that cigarette, driving 90 miles an hour
in a Range Rover
through a city or whatever she was driving through, just that frantic scene, I was like, I may become a Dorit fan this year. I thought she was great last night.
Yeah, I think she's just like, you know what? Zero F's to give.
Behold my field of...
In one episode, she tells everybody that she's separating from PK, that PK is an alcoholic.
She told everyone.
She was like...
Perfect strangers.
I know, right?
We're separated. The next thing she said was, he's an alcoholic.
I was like, damn. I didn't know she smoked cigarettes. And then when I saw her...
I don't know that she knew she smoked cigarettes last year.
What?
It's a whole new Dorit.
I know. I was like, wow.
Dorit 2.0. Ramona must have called her up.
Yeah, right. Oh, my God. Anyway, so this episode starts out... Sutton is over at Jennifer Tilly's house, who I think is just a friend of. I'm not quite sure if she's a friend of or a full-time cast member. And she's telling Jennifer that she wants to have a surrealism themed party based on Salvador Dali. And I'm not going to lie, I was like, what?
I had to look it up.
I did too.
Basically, people taking acid in the 1900s.
Yeah, I went and looked
getting naked and painting things, it sounds like.
Yeah, I went and looked at his art, and it does. It looks like he was really an acid. And then when I read about him, it said that he was into, what was that? Mescaline?
Yeah, mescaline.
Whatever that is.
So mezcal comes from the peyote, I think. And mescaline is a chemical form or derivative of it, I believe. I'm not an expert, but I did go to college, and I've heard things. So.
I think it's some sort of hallucinogenic.
It's 100% hallucinogenic.
Yeah. I looked up on Google, and this is what Google AI said. It said, surrealism is an art and cultural movement that originated in Europe after World War II, and that it aims to challenge conventional reality and explore the unconscious mind, dreams, and the irrational. So Sutton tells Jennifer that she went to dinner with Kyle because she realized how much she missed Kyle when she was shopping online and saw things that she was like, I want to buy that for her and send it to her. And so she reached out and she went to dinner with Kyle, and she realized she wasn't being a good friend because Kyle was going through so much last season.
And that was really nice of Sutton. At first to be thinking about her friend like that, and then to carry it forward, and understanding that she wasn't being a good friend and then fixing it. Good on you, Sutton.
You know what I think I realized watching that scene was I need a friend who, when she's shopping online, thinks of me and wants to send me things.
Well, I'm your friend, and I think of that around Christmas Eve because I got to hurry up.
Yeah, exactly. You're not ordering anything online on Christmas Eve.
It's got to be on the shelf or we're not getting it.
Yeah, exactly. We're now with Erika, and she is redecorating her house because she still has all the furniture from when she lived with Tom, and she wants to move on from him. So she's asked Dorit to meet her to help her pick out stuff to decorate with. And I'm really curious if she actually bought anything there, considering the place was very expensive and all of her money is tied up with all these legal battles.
I don't think she did. I think she just walked in for the show and went shopping and walked out with an empty bag.
Yeah, they had a reason to film or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Then I think Erika forgot what pants were for.
Yeah, her skirt was super short.
Look, I don't mean to complain. Right?
I know. It didn't look bad, right?
I'm a dude, okay? But there's, at first I really did think, I think I even said, why bother with the top?
As soon as I saw the pair of legs get out of the car, I'm like, that's Erika.
I knew
that was Erika.
You could see her from space. You go, that's Erika getting out of that limo.
So Dorit tells Erika that she has some bad news, and Erika's like, oh, I better sit down. And she's like, uh-oh, I don't want to ruin my leg makeup. Sean looks at me and he goes, what the hell is leg makeup? And I'm like, exactly how it sounds. It's makeup for your legs.
So apparently it hides things on your legs.
Yeah, exactly.
So it makes your legs look the same
tan.
color It's like, oh.
Well, yeah, I think it makes it tan. So Dorit tells Erika that she and PK have decided to separate, and Erika pretends to be shocked, but clearly she knew.
She knew.
She totally knew. She tells Erika that they've had a rough couple of years, which is kind of odd considering they've only been married for 9 years. So that's not...
And even longer than a couple of years. I thought she had...
Yeah, she said a couple of years.
Yeah.
So that's not optimal.
No.
She tells Erika that PK was drinking a lot and that she told him he needed to take a week off and dry out. And this sent him on a journey of where he quit drinking. I'm kind of surprised that PK is an alcoholic because the times we've seen him on the screen, he doesn't seem like he's wasted or anything.
Yeah, I didn't get that impression either.
Yeah, maybe he kept that off screen.
Very well.
I mean, last season he was only around for 2 hours?
Yeah.
He was always out of town. I don't know.
Certainly better than the other 2 girls from Beverly Hills. The one that was married to Fraser and her friend there.
Oh, Camille and what's his name?
Her name.
No, his.
Oh,
Kelsey Grammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Camille's in the season.
Who's Camille's friend? The one that I think is just a treasure. She's always wasted. I mean, she's wasted at 8 a.m.
Oh, Denise Richards.
Thank you, Denise. I would love a show just about... We just call it Denise. Everyone knows what it'll be about.
I don't think she's in this season. Camille is. I think she makes an appearance. But
that's good. I like Camille. She's cool.
Erika tells Dorit that she's going to go see Kyle and asks Dorit if she wants her to say anything to Kyle. And Dorit's like, no, I'd rather you didn't. Over at Kyle's house, we find out that Mo has finally moved out a couple of weeks ago, as well as Kyle's daughter, Alexia. So now she just has Portia and Sophia living in the house. I guess she was used to having Mo in the house and doing everything for her, and now she's having to figure out how to do stuff. And last night when we were watching this, Sean turns and says to me, now aren't you glad that I have you do everything so you know how to do it?
I did.
I was like...
You're welcome, America. Setting the example for husbands around the world.
Yeah.
I'm blazing a trail.
I was like, you're not going to make it through the night, Sean.
No, I didn't say another word.
I was like, sleep with one eye open.
I did. I slept on the couch.
Erika comes over after her shopping excursion with Dorit. And it's obviously the same day because she's...
With her empty bag.
Yeah, with
nothing.
And she tells Kyle that she just came from shopping with Dorit. And Kyle's like, yeah, the last time I saw Dorit was at the reunion. Although she said was the last time we all got together. And I was like, you could say the reunion. We watched it on the TV.
It was horrible. We all went through it together.
Yeah. Kyle is still upset about Dorit reading her text on camera at the reunion and then says, I don't know what her idea of a good friend is, but my good friends would have never done that. And I was like, whatever, Kyle.
Yeah. I don't know, Kyle.
Erika points out that all of this started back 2 seasons ago on the reunion when Kyle and Kathy were fighting and Dorit stuck up for Kathy. In her talking head, Dorit tells us that her friendship is very unbalanced and that Kyle can say and do whatever she wants, but if she does anything wrong, Kyle won't speak to her for months. And that what really hurt her was when Kyle went on her Amazon Live and said that she and Dorit aren't really that close. So I kind of understand where Dorit is coming from, because I also kind of thought that they were better friends, and now...
I think Kyle had a low-class moment, frankly. Even if it were true, why would you say that publicly like that in a forum where potentially tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people even could see it? It was a classless act by Kyle, and she gained nothing from it. And I think other than, effectively getting yelled at later.
Well, not only that, it also kind of goes to show that a lot of these friendships, and I'm saying that in quotes, on these shows aren't...
She is, folks.
Really,
she's using air quotes right now.
Aren't really the way they're depicted, right?
Well, and
they're
that's
just friends on camera.
Exactly.
And that's what...
And we learned that the first episode. We were talking about that last night when everyone was hugging like it was a reunion. And you said they don't hang out.
No, clearly none of them had
because...
seen each other since the last time they had taped.
It's obvious.
Kyle tells Erika that she's pissed over something that happened at BravoCon, and we see a flashback clip of Kyle accidentally spilling a drink on Dorit while Andy's asking Dorit to rate the Richards sisters in order of how you like them. And Dorit jokingly says, well, obviously Kyle is last because she just spilt this drink on her. And I was like, really? That's what you're mad at her about? It was so dumb. She was clearly joking. She was like laughing when she said it.
Right.
And I'm like, that's why you're mad at her?
Yeah.
I'm like, Kyle, you're grasping at straws.
Yeah, I love Kyle, but she didn't have a great night last night.
I mean,
she was okay, but
I tolerate Kyle. I think she's...
I don't know that you do, but okay.
We see Erika tell both Dorit and Kyle that there is a lot of miscommunication between the two of them and that they need to talk. Dorit tells Erika that she thinks it's more of a manipulation than a miscommunication. And I was like, oh, yes, Dorit. Dorit is just going to come out guns a-blazing.
Dorit walked up to Wolverine and said, give me your claws. And then she said, okay, let's start season 14. I mean, she's just ready to shred stuff right now.
She's like, you know what? My husband's decided to separate from me. I'm coming out.
Yeah, she's coming out.
Garcelle is in Atlanta working. Her son Oliver comes to her hotel room. She's telling us about all the movies that she's working on, and I guess she has a production company now, and that she never thought she would be this busy at her age. She was always told that women over 40 age out in Hollywood, and here she is well into her 50s, and she's working more now than she ever did. So I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see her working. I thought she looked great.
Yeah, she does. She looks really good.
Yeah, seems happy. And I like her kids. She's got really nice sons. They're all three of them.
We now get the announcement from Dorit that she and PK are separating. And we see all of the ladies reacting and reading. And Garcelle's like, of course, it's long-winded. Because it was like 2 paragraphs. This is where we get Dorit in her Range Rover, smoking a cigarette, driving over to Kathy's house. And I was like, of all people, Kathy.
Yeah, that was... Kathy's I love her. She's my favorite monster.
She's a shit stir.
I love her.
So she arrives over to Kathy's house, and Dorit tells us that while Kyle has iced her out, Kathy has offered her support in her time of need.
They're like seesaws, those two.
I was like, Kathy is up to something.
Stirring that shit.
She's probably like, oh, I'm going to piss off Kyle.
Yep. And then later that evening, refer to her as Honey Angel or whatever it was. I was like,
oh, I missed that.
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, when she came up, hi, Honey Angel. Yeah, no, but they're on good terms this season so far. We now get a scene with Mo and PK. So they meet up, and it's the same day that PK and Dorit have put out their separation announcement. PK is a little emotional, and Mo tells him, I know what you're going through. There's going to be good days and there's going to be a lot of bad days ahead, but I have just learned how to enjoy the journey. And I was like, yeah, no duh.
No duh.
We've seen the photos of you out with all these girls that are younger than your daughters with your shirt off.
Dude, he's the spokesperson for men getting divorced at this point.
Yeah, he's the spokesperson for men going through a midlife.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
We know you're enjoying the journey, Mo.
Yeah, anyone would. Idiot.
Mo asks PK if they've told their kids, and PK tells him no, they're not going to. Dorit also talks about this on the after show, and she was like, no, we've told the kids he's in an apartment and that he's working, and so the kids go over there and spend time with him there, and and then they come back to the house, and we still go out and do things together. So they're 8 and I forgot. Yeah, they're young, 8 and 10 maybe. Mo asks PK what happened. He's like, well, I got sober and I realized I hate Dorit. I mean, that's not what he said, but that's essentially what he said. He got sober and he realized I can't deal with this woman unless I'm drunk.
And let's put that into context because I thought she had said, I asked him to stop drinking for a week.
A week, yeah, she did.
So are we then to believe that after simply 7 days of sobriety, he goes, oh my God, I'm in a nightmare? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It's not me, it's you?
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.
And that was when I first thought to myself, wait, did he break up with her?
He did.
I thought she broke up with him the whole time until that moment. And I was like, he's full of shit. He's telling Marissimo, he's trying to, save face that he dumped her.
No.
I know.
No.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro.
Back over at Kathy's, Dorit tells Kathy that PK is an alcoholic and that it was getting toxic. She also tells her that she would not have chosen to separate. So obviously this is where we
realized PK wasn't full of shit.
Yeah. In her talking head, Dorit tells us that she stuck by PK with all the public scrutiny over the bankruptcy, his gambling debts, whatever else, there was something else in there. And that for him, once they ran into trouble, instead of standing by Dorit, he was like, I'm out.
And I don't want to take sides, but the one thing that I did notice last night, PK does not share his private business. Dorit does, right? So we know everything that PK did that bothered Dorit. We have no idea what Dorit did that may or may not have bothered PK, simply because he doesn't share it. Remember, I'm getting divorced. He's an alcoholic. She was telling strangers that on the street.
He did tell Mo that when they first met, they were, was it Bonnie and Clyde?
Yeah,
and that always doing stuff together. Then they had kids. Life got in the way.
Right.
And I was like, so you want to go back to the good time, partying, going out, being social, having that good time. But now you got these two kids at home. And, obviously that's what's important. And I think that's kind of where there's probably a problem.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, then he's an asshole.
Yeah. Well, and then he was also saying that he needs to work a lot to sustain her life.
You're a 63-year-old man.
He's not. By the way, he's not 63.
Oh my God.
No, he's like, hold on, let me look it up.
No, come on, he's 63.
No, he is not.
Oh my God. He's in the 60s.
He's 57.
Oh my gosh.
I know, he looks like he's like 65. I agree with you, but yeah.
I mean, look, we all hit that downhill slide. I guess some of us
I feel like he's been in that downhill slide since he's been 40.
You don't need the butter of the slide, bro. You're going to slide down it anyways.
So it's now the day of Sutton's surrealism party. We see everybody getting ready. Again, I was like, I don't know that I fully understand this party. Sutton is wearing antlers, which didn't make sense to me. And actually, Kyle's wearing them as well.
They were wearing antlers. Dorit was wearing a record.
Yes, like a giant
from
record.
Like the 1980s. Remember those big albums you used to buy?
Yeah.
And I know the new girl, we're going to talk about her. By the way, I thought she looked amazing.
Bose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Boss. Excuse me. Kathy said Boss.
Yeah, I don't care what Kathy said. Her name is Bose.
I see what Kathy was trying to do now, but because Bose is no joke, dude. Like, if you look her up.
Yeah, what was she in charge?
She was a marketing director and vice president of, like, major corporations.
Yeah.
She's absolutely baller.
Yeah, she is. So I get what Kathy was doing.
I work for people like Bose.
I think, honestly, out of everybody's outfit, I think Erika was probably the closest. After looking at Salvador Dali's art, she was probably the closest to what that was representing.
And yet they blew her shit when she walked in.
Yeah, I know. I was like, really? You're wearing antlers. Like, what's so great about your costume?
Yeah, Erika's was probably the best. I actually think Dorit's was better than the antler ones, too.
I did, too, because like I said, after I went and looked at the art, hers made a little bit more sense.
Yeah, way more sense.
Yeah, but of course, Sutton basically rips on her, and she's like, you look like you're wearing condoms.
That didn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense.
No, that fell flat.
I thought it was super rude to say that to somebody coming into your house.
To your party. You just don't act like... And this is, by the way, doesn't she, like, brag about being part of social circles and etiquette and how you're supposed to act?
She does. Have we ever seen Sutton wear anything that... Like, I know all of her clothes are expensive and couture, but she dresses terribly.
Yeah, expensive doesn't mean good. We've already been there.
Yeah, I was just like, that was kind of rude. I can't believe I'm sticking up for Dorit as much as I am.
Something has changed.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were both pretty hard on Dorit. I used to call her Dorito.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'm going to do that this season because I thought, like I'm telling you, man, it was killer. She was just good.
Maybe because Beverly Hills has been kind of boring for the last couple of seasons. Like
I think Andy put her in the rubber room and said, "Look,
you're gonna get fired. Now you're getting separated. You need a job, honey."
And her lighting that cigarette and that frantic scene was actually her driving home from that meeting with Andy while she was trying to figure out she's gonna light it all up, literally.
So we finally get to meet the new housewife, Bose, and she and Dorit hit it off right away. Dorit's telling her all about how her and her husband are now separated and that he's an alcoholic. And Bose actually says she understands because she and her husband, who had been married for, I think she said it was like 10 years, separated before he got sick.
Cancer.
After, he got cancer, they did reconcile and he ended up dying. But so she understands where Dorit was coming from. And then in her talking head, she's like, I love Dorit. And I was like, what?
She does. But I could see Dorit loving her too. Like the way Dorit was looking at her and they were hanging out. There was a love connection between those girls.
And in the after show, Dorit and Bose are paired up together.
Yes. I saw that.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, cool. So now she's got somebody kind of on her side, or maybe we don't really know out of the gate, but.
Yeah. So I did notice a couple of the dresses last night, and again today when I saw it again. Can you answer this question? Why do the ladies wear a dress that goes over their shoe and then under it? So that at some point, unless they're holding their dress at all times. So, because when Bose got out, and then I forgot who got out before Bose. Oh, it was Dorit. So in Dorit especially, she's looking at her purse. She trips on her dress. That's what that is.
Oh, when she was like, oh.
OF, yeah. OF. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought that was a hilarious moment. But then Bose comes out in this beautiful yellow dress. And you can see it. Like, oh, she's going to slip. And she did fall.
She did fall.
She had a little fall later.
What's Sutton's?
I love him.
I thought last year... Wasn't
he
his
come over
label
here any day he wants?
Avi.
Got a free
That's
dinner,
his name,
brother.
Avi. Wasn't last year his little plaque said assistant? Now he says like property manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you notice that? You know how
No,
they put
I don't
the little
pay that much attention
the
to
little
that.
plaque?
Oh.
It'll say like what they are, and it said property manager. And I thought I was like, did he get promoted?
Nice job.
And it looks like he lost weight.
It really does.
I wonder if he went on Ozempic.
Is little.
Yeah, he is. He's super.
When he
short.
was talking to Bose, I don't even think he met her belly button.
Well, she's very tall.
She's tall.
Plus,
heels,
she has heels on.
I think she's pushing 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, she's super tall.
Yeah.
Erika and Kyle arrive. Like I said, I think Erika understood the assignment with her costume out of everybody.
Best costume.
Yeah,
for Erika,
I think she was the closest. Erika, Kyle, and Garcelle are sitting down and eating, and Kyle is telling them how Mo had just moved out and that she is spending her time with people who make her feel good. She tells Garcelle that she wants to address all the rumors of her being with Morgan, except Kyle decides she's not going to say Morgan's name. She even says, I'm not going to say her name. And I'm like, why? We saw her last season. She was on the show. I'm like, I'm not here for this.
I'm with Garcelle. No,
Garcelle said that. Yeah, she was like, what?
We were with her.
Yeah, we know her. Like, why can't you say her name?
We hung out with her.
Yeah, So Kyle's not going to share anything, obviously. Once again, this whole season, this whole speculating. She was just on a safari, I think it was like last month, and she was taking photos with her and like some of her girlfriends. Morgan was there, but she was hiding in the background in the photos, and somebody zoomed in and they saw her like hiding behind something. And it's like, why don't you just put it out there?
So it's tough, right? Because she's a public figure. So say Morgan wants privacy in this, right? It's nothing
That's got to be what it is.
Right? And Morgan's like, bro, I can't, you know what I mean? I like you, but you're 35 years older than me. It's not good for my reputation.
Yeah, she's only like 28.
You know, I have a reputation to keep up and as a rock star, and it's not dating
country music singer.
Okay, sorry. As a 60-year-old woman, though.
Kyle does not. Kyle's 56. I think she's going to be 57 in January, maybe. She is hot.
She looks amazing.
She looks amazing. Like when she had those antlers on, I was like, wow, she looks really good.
But her friend needs to sell albums.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Kyle helps with that. What if
Are you kidding me, Kyle? Don't you remember when Andy said you kind of made her a household name? He's not wrong.
Maybe my theory's wrong.
I had no idea who Morgan Wade was until she came on the show. I bet you that was like pretty common. I bet a lot of people didn't know who Morgan Wade was until she came on the show.
I definitely would say it seems like
that's why this whole thing
Kyle
is kind of
her fame.
Weird. So why is she trying to step
otherwise.
aside from her? It makes no sense. I don't know. In her talking head, Kyle tells us that she's never questioned her sexuality before, but somehow all of the speculation that, has been going on with all the fans and the tabloids has made her start thinking that she might be a lesbian. I'm like...
I roll.
Apparently, she sat down with her kids and told them something, but she doesn't really come out and say exactly what she told them. I'm assuming it has something to do with her being with Morgan. But again, she's playing this whole coy thing.
So this is kind of what I was thinking, because I watched it again today, and I did roll my eyes, and then I thought about it, and I was like, okay, end of the day, Kyle's still a human being.
Yes.
Whether she's a public figure or not,
right.
First and foremost, human being. If in fact she's transitioning, we've known a number of people that have, it is a very difficult time. So give her the grace. Let her figure it out.
I agree. And we did last season. Yep. And now we're going on season 2.
I'm not going to put a clock on it, but I am going to say if this goes into next season, I'm probably not as interested.
But not only that, Kyle outs everybody's shit. She outed her sister's being an alcoholic and an addict on national TV. She outs everybody. Why do we have to give her the grace when she does not do the same?
Well, because two wrongs don't make a right. And maybe by showing her grace, she maybe will show some.
That's why I'm kind of like, you know what, Dorit, I'm all for you coming for Kyle. And I'm probably going to get hate and people are going to get pissed because they're super Kyle fans, but...
I hate you for it.
You hate me for it?
Yeah.
You're mad at me?
I'm so mad.
Good. You could sleep on the couch.
Thank heavens it's a comfy couch.
While they're talking, Dorit comes up and she's like, hi! She said it like so weird.
It wasn't even just that. It was when she was 20 feet away and she fixed her hat.
She's like getting all ready.
Took 2 steps and fixed the top. Then took 3 more steps and made sure everything was perfect. Then she walks up.
Yeah, and she's like, hi! She said it so weirdly.
Scripted television.
I know.
It was awesome.
She comes up and she says hi to Kyle. And she's like, careful, don't with my hat. It's like a weapon. Whatever she said. So the rest of the ladies come and they're all sitting down and it was like super awkward. And Sutton and Garcelle were like, we're going to go get a drink. And they get up and Kyle's talking to them like a ventriloquist. And Sean was right. He's like, man, her lips did not move. She's like, don't leave me here alone.
No, she has a career as a ventriloquist. That was amazing. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's like 45 minutes and 20 seconds.
It was right towards the end.
Yeah, it was towards the end. Garcelle and Sutton are getting ready to leave the table. And she is smiling and talking in complete sentences.
Yeah,
it was
without
amazing.
her lips moving. I
was amazed by that. Like, wow, put a dummy on her knee and let her go.
Oh my God, I was just going to say like that dummy guy, the comedian.
Oh, what's his name?
He is like the skeleton guy. I forgot. I don't know. He's
that's
kind of the same over and over. Yeah.
That's too much.
Kathy finally arrives and she comes up to the table and she tells Bose that she's heard all about her and calls her boss. And everybody corrects her and they're like,
nope.
No. She says, no, it's boss. And the look on Bose's face was kind of like, okay, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think a little bit Bose was like, F you, lady.
See, I think...
Don't tell me what my name is.
Right. I think, though, what Monster was trying... First off, Monster probably knew...
Kathy? Oh, you're calling Kathy Monster?
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
was obvious.
Yeah, that's right.
She girl's my monster.
Yeah.
So Monster absolutely knew who Bose was. You don't think she did a little digging? She's on LinkedIn. Bose is on LinkedIn, people. Yeah. Right? And so that's all she had to do.
Of course she is. I mean,
was look her up on LinkedIn and realize she's a boss. So I think she was trying to do was be aggressively friendly, which she does do that. But not on the first date, Kathy. You got to let her know that you're kind of funky like that.
You could see it in her face. She was like,
Bose was like, I'm boss.
I get it. She goes, I get it. I'm a boss or whatever she said. I'll let her have it. But you could see she was definitely
I'm
like,
about to kill you. Yeah. I was like, dang, it's going to go early.
Yeah. And then, for whatever reason, Kathy decides that she's hot. And she starts pulling out her hair extensions at the table.
You got to wonder if Kathy showed up drunk at that point.
I don't know. But there was at one point, Kyle was up trying to help her. And you saw her go. Because Bose was just sitting there looking at Kathy with like this look of disgust on her face. And Kyle's face, while she was trying to help her, she looked her direction. You could see she was like embarrassed that Kathy was doing this.
I think Kathy was drunk.
It was really weird. And in Bose's talking head, she's like, I have never seen anything like that before. And she's like, if my wig was falling off, I would hold it back up. Sutton gets up and it introduces a singer who has a superpower pussy.
So, and
that was really interesting.
So I've listened to the song twice now, and I'm just going to tell you guys, you have a hit here if you're looking for body deodorant, right? Power pussy,
Gross.
When you just got to contain it. You start singing the song, belting it out. People are doing upside down bicycles.
Some of that Lume.
You could even have them talk about it. I was doing upside down bicycles on stage all day long. Now I have a power pussy. I've got to get some deodorant for this thing. I'm telling you, dude. That song would be the best deodorant commercial ever. It's a great song. I absolutely loved it.
I almost felt like whoever that person was trying to rip off Erika.
Do you know
like it was like a D-level Erika?
There are about indestructible penises. I mean, we need a few pussy songs, frankly, guys.
I guess.
Oh, dude, there's thousands of dick songs. So
really?
Yes, absolutely, dude. Absolutely, they're everywhere.
I've never heard a song called like "My Power Penis."
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen to some rap. Even it's everywhere. We're always singing. Guys are always singing about their dicks. So it is absolutely wonderful to hear a woman sing about her vagina. And then I thought the song was catchy. And then I kept thinking about that body odor commercial. Who's that lady?
Lume. I hate that commercial.
But I like that commercials either.
Is it Lume?
It's something like that.
I don't know. Anyway, who cares? We're
rambling.
Off track. We see Kyle go up to Dorit, and she asks her to go talk, and so they sit down, and Kyle starts talking about how she knows that what she said about their friendship on the Amazon Live hurt Dorit, and Dorit was like, yeah, bitch, you said we weren't very close friends, and now I have to wonder if we were ever really friends. Kyle, of course, acts like she's shocked that Dorit would even say something like this to her. And I was like, yeah, you were the one who bashed your friendship first. Of course she's going to say something.
Yeah. The word is atonement. And I think Kyle's having a problem with it. Right?
I know. She's like, stop being aggressive. And I'm like, Dorit is not being aggressive. She's just
simply agreeing with the fact that you screwed up. You said you screwed up. She's not much doing anything more than agreeing with you and then maybe questioning the past.
She's just
That's all she did.
Yeah. And she's like, why are you being like
this?
And
you lit it up. Yeah.
Why are you being like this?
Kyle,
and I was like,
stop,
oh, God,
stop.
you are so sensitive. Dorit is right. Like, you can say and lob and do whatever you want, but
maybe
like
she's going through a midlife too, like Marissa.
No, she's been like this every season. She tells Dorit that she's just trying to get through their issues, and Dorit tells her, well, it's going to take a long time, and you're going to have to start being honest. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore.
That was great.
I know. I was like, oh,
all year
golf
long,
clap to you, Dorit.
Literally for the first time, I literally started cheering for Dorit.
I know. I was like, let her have it. And we don't get a clip for next week's episode.
Maybe because it was extended.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, but they should still have shown us a clip or something.
Yeah, I thought it ended a little early, frankly.
Anyway, it was great.
Great first episode. It was literally better than all but one episode last season when they blew
I agree. This
Merce,
one episode
when they blew Merce on everyone. That was about
episode.
the highlight. Awesome
highlight.
Episode, but
when she was carrying Merce.
There's dead body everywhere. Yeah.
Awesome. Anyway, that's all we have for you guys today. I will be back tomorrow with my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap, and we will talk to you guys then.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.